So our next guest is here with a holiday survival guide. Joining us right now is Harvard professor Arthur Brooks. He hosts Office Hours, that podcast. It's new and it's awesome. Also, of course, a columnist with The Atlantic. But what we want to talk about this morning is money and happiness. The very idea of, can you buy happiness?
Right.
And how we should all feel right now when everyone talks about affordability and how unaffordable things are. Is that make you unhappy? I would imagine it does.
Yes.
How do you think about this?
So when we're talking about affordability and inflation, it's not about happiness. It really is about unhappiness. The government can't bring you happiness. It can't. What it can do is eliminate sources of unhappiness, and it can bring you a lot of unhappiness. The number one source of unhappiness that governments typically bring to citizens is not actually maintaining a stable price level, because it chips away at the purchasing power of people, and they hate it. It's a tax. It's a tyranny. It's bad policy, and everybody knows it. So when politicians say, it's not that bad, it just enrages people, and quite justifiably so. That's job number one. If you look at the top three reasons why people didn't vote for Kamala Harris, which was really about Joe Biden, it was number one, inflation. It was only number two was immigration. Number three was social policy or social issues. So that's the thing to keep in mind.
Okay, so how are they doing then on that front?
The problem is that it's kind of stuck, and it doesn't actually do good for anybody to say that it's not a problem. The government means it's hard. It's hard policy because, I was trained as an economist, and I know it's a hard problem. But when it looks like you're actually not paying attention to it, that creates rage, and that's a big problem politically. But for people who are not really troubled by that, people who are above that basic level of just eliminating happiness, a lot of people watching this show, that is actually a pretty interesting science as well. Because it turns out we know how to buy happiness, and almost everybody's doing it wrong.
Okay, tell me. I want to know.
What's the secret? What are we?
If you have some money,
if you've got some money,
buy a modicum of happiness.
You can, because there's 5 things that you can do. Mother Nature wants you to do one thing, and your impulses tell you to do the one thing that won't buy happiness, which is getting stuff. So people get a little bit above, the parapet. They're starting to make a little bit more money. They get a second watch, whatever it is, a nicer car, et cetera, et cetera. And then you get into this hedonic adaptation, where it's like more.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah,
even
and stuff won't do it. Yeah. Stuff won't do it. We all know that. The new car smell fades. We adapt. That's what we do to stuff. But there's 4 other things that you can do, and they all buy happiness.
Okay.
Number 1 is buying experiences with people you love. So that's why a vacation with people you love. That's why if you're going to get a beach house, not for the house, buy the beach house as an attraction, as a magnet for the people that you love to spend time with them. That's why an expensive vacation to Disney, for example, is really, really great and meaningful and wonderful if you're with the people that you love and you're making memories. That's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is buying time. And buying time means paying other people to do things so that you have more free time, to cut your yard, to clean your house, whatever it happens to be. But you got to spend your time doing something personally edifying or with people that you love. Scrolling social media doesn't count. Watching TV doesn't count. Don't waste the time that you're buying. Be super propulsive about it. That will buy happiness.
Okay. But by the way, there are some people I know that actually love to garden.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so you need to spend your time, because that's actually very productive leisure.
Okay.
If you're doing something that creates value that you love, you should absolutely do that.
Some people who do gardening do it by themselves.
Yeah, that's okay. Edifying. That's like praying for them. That's a meditative activity.
You could do anything, any activity.
For sure.
I'm waiting for number 3. I'm assuming one of these is going to be to give away.
Yeah, that's number 3. Number 3 is giving your money away, but you have to give it to things that you love. A lot of people who are very rich, they don't like philanthropy because they don't have very much interest in the things that they're expected to give money to. You live in Omaha, and you have to join the board of the Omaha something hospital, because that's what, to be a member, a functioning member of society.
Omaha, because all the things you're talking about are things that I think Warren Buffett figured out.
Yeah, and that's right. Well, he actually
lives a modest life, doesn't spend.
And he gave his money to Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Because Bill Gates is super good at philanthropy, and he's like, I'm not good at this. I'm good at investing. If philanthropy's not my thing, I'm going to give it to the expert in philanthropy. And that gave him more joy. You got to find something you're really, really passionate about. My wife and I, Esther and I, are very passionate about Catholic education.
Right.
Catholic education. We give almost all of our philanthropy, which is 10% of our money.
Okay.
After taxes. We tithe.
Okay.
I asked my dad that, by the way. Very
you're
religious
supposed to tithe 10% before.
That's what I asked my dad, because my dad was always a serious tither. Dad, he has a PhD in biostat, so he was a very sophisticated guy. I said, do you tax do you tithe before or after taxes? And he said, before. I said, what?
Yeah.
I'm an economist. After, Dad. Why? And he said, just in case.
Because God's watching.
I have one other related giving question. So you give to Catholic charities.
I give to.
Do you feel bad when people come to you and ask you for money that are outside of the charities that you care most about? Do you give a little bit just to sort of be in that community or not, or whatever it is?
Depends on the person. I give to people.
Or do you say,
Can I have some money?
I know some people who are very good about saying no, and they say, I'm all in on this one thing, and that's what our family does. We don't do anything else.
Right.
And they feel very good about sort of having these walls. And then I know other people who have something that they care about, but then they end up getting called by 12 other friends and this and that, and the people in their community, and they feel that they have to give.
Right.
But I don't think those people love giving.
They don't love
in those
giving.
contexts.
You gotta. So I will give to things that I'm not super passionate about to actually pal up with people I love. People I really care about.
So to pal up.
Yeah, that's a really important thing.
But is that like buying friendship?
No, it isn't.
My wife and I had that conversation once.
No, for sure. But you got to, when you're collaborating with people that you trust and like. So one of my buddies comes to me and he says, let's give to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Association or something like that. And it's not a thing necessarily for me, but I like him. I like him, and I want to support a thing that he likes. The other thing is, you made a very important point. What gives more satisfaction? Throwing dollars out of a helicopter, $100 here, $100 there, or turn the whole dial on one person.
Yeah.
I have data that actually show that when you turn the dial on one whole person, this is the book of Sanhedrin in the Talmud.
Much more meaningful.
That says, in each person is the whole world. And when I figured that out, my wife actually called me on it. She said, let's do something big for one person. I said, like what? She said, let's adopt a baby. And I'm like, it's only a book. And so we did.
You did?
Wow. Did. That was a long time ago. Now she's 22. She's a second lieutenant in the U.S. Marine Corps.
And is that the most satisfying?
It's the most amazing.
Experience in your life?
Game changer. Complete game changer. It was the most amazing thing, from an orphanage in China. It was the most amazing thing. So this is the key. Well, there's one left.
Okay, there's one more we're missing.
Save your money. Saving money brings enormous satisfaction.
Because you don't have to worry about things? It puts off the fear, the panic?
It's the future. Yeah. We want progress. We want progress. That's the reason that you shouldn't borrow money if you can avoid it. Consumer debt is idiocy for happiness.
Right.
You should never run a credit card balance if you can possibly avoid it. Some people I get it. That's what card debt is insane for happiness. It's horrible. The only kind of debt that doesn't lower your happiness is a mortgage.
Yeah.
Because that's actually more progress than rent.
Right.
We want to make progress. And so debt is bad, is poison for happiness, and saving is actually really, really good for it. It's also intergenerational wealth.
Yeah, that you can take care of your family, you can take care of anybody who comes along if problems happen.
So that's how to do it.
That's pretty simple.
That's the formula.
That's pretty good.
Money and happiness.
Exactly right. And we need lots of happiness. It's the end of the year.
So what makes for the best Christmas gifts? I guess you go back to experiences, you go back to time with people.
That's the best thing to do. And when we figured that out, I started seeing the data and I tried to live it that way. I would go to my kids and I would say, what do you want that we can actually do? And I would go alone away with each one of my kids every year. When they were little, I strongly recommend that. One wanted to go hunting every year. Hunting. I'm from Seattle. Right? And now, he became a sniper in the Marines. So that was it was...
There was something useful there.
There was something really useful there, for sure.
Yeah.
Another one wanted to come up to New York every year and go to the opera. He's really, really into the Metropolitan Opera. We'd go to the opera. We'd see operas every year. And my little girl, she always wanted to go to these amusement parks.
Right.
And so I would do one thing like that. That was a Christmas gift. Strong recommend, because that's number two.
That's experience.
That's experiences with people you love.